and today I was going to show you how I make some wonderful cinnamon rolls. Let's start with the ingredients. Okay, the first thing we have here is 1 cup of warm milk, 2 1/4 teaspoons of dry yeast, 1 teaspoon of sugar. Over here we have 5 tablespoons of margarine or butter, 1 egg, 5 tablespoons of sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt, and we have 2 cups of flour and 2 additional cups of flour. We'll probably only use 1 1/2 of this additional flour. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is activate the yeast. We have in the 1 cup of warm milk, we're going to put the 2 1/4 teaspoons of yeast, the dry yeast, and 1 teaspoon of sugar. Okay, let's stir that up a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to let that sit for 5 or 10 minutes while I make the rest of the dough. And I'm going to include that in about 5 or 10 minutes when I see it nice and foamy. And that'll mean that your yeast is good. If it doesn't foam, then you need to throw this out and start over with your little yeast mixture and with a new packet of yeast or 2 1/4 teaspoons of yeast. And that way you'll eliminate having to throw out the rest of your ingredients if you make sure your yeast is good. Okay, we're going to mix the rest of the ingredients here. We have 5 tablespoons of margarine or butter, 1 egg, 5 tablespoons of sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt, and we're going to add the yeast mixture. And the yeast mixture is nice and foamy, and it's actually risen about almost an inch, and it's ready. Now we're going to add the 2 cups of flour, and we're going to save the additional 1 1/2 to 2 cups after we blend this up. Okay, I mix this until it's nice and smooth, and now I'm going to stir in the 1 1/2 to 2 cups of extra flour here until it forms a nice dough. Okay. Looks like we're going to need almost all of it. It's a little more. Okay, now it's ready to knead. I'm going to knead this dough on the countertop, so I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of flour. Okay, the way I knead is I just press down and fold over. Press down and fold over. Now we're going to knead this for about 8 minutes until it's nice and smooth. Okay, it's been about 7 or 8 minutes, and now I'm going to put this in a bowl with some butter. Okay, I have about a tablespoon of butter, and I'm going to just grease the bowl, and then I'm going to put my cinnamon roll dough inside here. This is so it won't stick, and I'm going to make sure that I get up the sides because this dough will rise. It will double in size. Okay. Now I'm going to put the dough in there and then turn it so that you get both sides nice and buttered. You can use vegetable oil too if you like to grease your bowl. Now I'm going to put this dough in a nice warm place, and I'm going to cover it with a very light cloth. You can also cover it with plastic wrap. Just make sure that you don't adhere the sides. Just lay it over and set it in a spot where away from drafts and like away from a door or window, and let it rise for 1 to 1.5 hours until it's double in size. It's been about an hour and a half and the dough has doubled in size. So what we're going to do now is mix some cinnamon and sugar together, and I'm going to show you the rest of the ingredients for the filling. We have 2 tablespoons of melted margarine or butter, 3/4 cups of sugar, 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, and 1/3 cup raisins, and 1/3 cup brown sugar. The raisins are an option. Okay, first we're going to mix the cinnamon and sugar together. Okay, we're just going to mix that together, and then we're going to get our dough ready. Okay, the dough is doubled size. There we go. And now we're going to roll out the dough. Okay, I prepared a pan, a 9 by 13 inch baking pan, and I just sprayed it with some canola cooking spray. You can use oil or shortening, whatever you like. I'm going to make this 12 by 16 inch. So I'm going to do first a little bit of it with my hands. Until we get about 12 inches wide. And now I'm going to roll it to about 16 inches long. You want this to be about 1/4 to a 1/2 inch thick. Now we're going to pour on the 2 tablespoons of melted margarine. We're just going to spread that around. This is going to make it so the cinnamon and sugar and brown sugar raisins will stick real nice. Now for the fun part. I'm going to spread the cinnamon and sugar. Okay, now we're going to put some brown sugar and then the raisins on the top. This is a 1/3 cup brown sugar and a 1/3 cup raisins. You can omit this raisins if you would like, but I love raisins in my cinnamon rolls. Okay, now we're going to roll it up from the long side. I started to roll this up before I put my other toppings on. So I almost forgot. Okay, now We're almost to the edge here. Now we're ready to cut the cinnamon rolls. Make that one. And then we'll go in half for the 8. Again. And again. One. Now, see how that flattens out my cinnamon rolls? Okay. Pick that up. Put it on. Cut side down. Now, so we don't flatten our cinnamon rolls, I like to use dental floss. Just double it up. And this makes for an excellent cutting tool. There. Now they don't smash. I'm making nice big cinnamon rolls. This last one, just put this in here. Now we're going to cover these and let them rise for about 45 minutes or till almost double. We're going to make the cream cheese icing. So these are the ingredients. We have 4 ounces of cream cheese, 4 tablespoons of margarine or butter, 1½ cups powdered sugar, and 1/4 cup of milk. First we're going to mix the cream cheese. We're going to cream that with the butter. Just for a second. Just for a few seconds until it's nice and mixed together. Okay, now we're going to add the powdered sugar, 1½ cups, and about half of the milk. Okay, now I'm going to add the rest of the milk. Okay, I blended it until it was nice and smooth, and so that it's will drizzle nicely. Okay, the cinnamon rolls have almost doubled in size, and they're ready to bake at 350 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes. I'll show you what they look like before I put them in the oven. There, they've almost doubled in size, and they're ready to bake. The cinnamon rolls are done. And here they are. They baked for almost 20 minutes, and they're ready to put the icing on. Let's get these nice and there. If you want to make your cinnamon rolls smaller, then just cut 12 pieces instead of 9. And we like our cinnamon rolls big and fluffy, and they seem to be more moist. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a good day and enjoy your cinnamon rolls.